Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daniela and today we are doing our second mukbang ever. We are inspired by a recipe from a channel called It's So Good, and we are making veggie egg rolls or wonton wraps. They don't really have egg in them, so I don't know what to consider them, but the recipe looked delicious and I'm excited to make it for you all. Thanks for joining me. Let's get started. Okay, here is our ingredients for the day. Like I said, these are egg roll wrappers, but it's egg free. And I'm not putting egg in the recipe, so I don't know if that's still considered an egg roll or not, but that's okay. They look delicious and I'm excited. We are sizzling away with some cabbage and green onion. We're about to add some carrot and a secret ingredient. Shiitake mushrooms! I've never used shiitake mushrooms, but this feels like the perfect recipe to do it, so I'm really excited to try them out. Master Shredder. Sorry guys, also forgot that we're using a little bit of minced ginger. We're rolling like an egg roll. Obviously not a singer either, but who cares? Here we have our frying station. You can see my egg rolls and the oil and my cute little air fryer.
Remember when I had the great idea to use an air fryer? It's taking so long!
Okay, here is the finished result of our vegetarian, actually vegan because there's no animal products used at all, egg rolls or wonton wraps, and we're gonna give it a try. I've got some sweet chili sauce that I love, that's sweet and spicy, that I'm gonna dip it in, and we're gonna give it a whirl. They, again, have been air fried, so they might look a little bit different than the deep fry ones from the original recipe and channel. It's so good. But, cheers. So far, so good. Absolutely delicious. Super excited. I've been actually hoping to make these for days, and I love it so far. Okay, so I've tried a few bites off camera with my honey, and they're really good. They're a little bit squishier in the middle than we hoped, but I think that's part of the air frying process. Like, the ends are really crispy, and I was afraid to burn them. So I did put them in for extra time, but I didn't want them to get like so crispy. I don't know if you ever had like a frozen burrito where you overcook it and then it's just like disgusting. I didn't want to go for that. So it's a little squishy in the middle, but it's really good. Like I said, I've never ever cooked with those mushrooms before. But it's good. It actually doesn't taste that much different for me. I'm sorry for anybody who thinks differently than just like a portobello mushroom. Maybe it's because it's mixed in with other things. But it's really good. And I don't mean that in any way in a bad way. I just mean it adds great flavor. I've been super excited because my first mukbang really did well. Again, if you're not familiar, a mukbang is an eating show where you kind of just like eat, I guess typically it's large amounts of food, but I just eat whatever. And I'm just so excited that the first one went really well. Like, I really genuinely thought like 40, maybe 50 views. It's like over 160, which is amazing. It might secretly be my favorite that we're in quarantine, but that's okay. So I'm super grateful for that. Thank you so much to everybody who liked, commented, and subscribed. And if you haven't done so, please do so on this video. But no pressure. If you don't want to, you don't like it, don't do it. It's no big deal. Thank you again to the channel It's So Good for providing this recipe. Love it. I will link her recipe below in my bio of my channel. So today is my last day of quarantine. Obviously not for everyone. I don't know about people in other states, but for here in Wisconsin, Tony Evers, who's our governor, extended our safer at home policy until the end of May or late May. So essentially, like, we're not supposed to go outside or go to visit people or spend time with other people unless it's an essential business or an essential workplace or groceries, things like that. However, I'm going back tomorrow. I am an essential worker. I just, again, had time off for safety reasons, for the sake of our shelter, and so I'm honestly feeling really nervous and bittersweet about it. Like I've mentioned earlier, I really do love my job. Anyone who knows me knows I love my job. Like, I don't stop preaching about it. But there have been a lot of changes in my job in the past year. And just like other issues like being short-staffed and stuff that have made me really overwhelmed and stressed and frustrated. And so I really needed this. Like, I can't obviously at this time afford a vacation, so the staycation has been like such a gift. And like, even though I'm working like a couple hours a day every day, it's just amazing. And so from being able to run my own schedule and doing what I can from home, it's been, like I said, such a gift. But I can't complain. Like, there are a lot of people out there, I don't know if any of you have been keeping up with like the news, but domestic violence rates are really high, which also means that like child abuse is high, animal abuse is high, and that's all heartbreaking. So in that sense, I'm really grateful to go back to work and work with kids who need that consistent love and help. But we also don't know who they've been in touch with or have contacted, and so I'm not terribly scared to get the virus for myself, but I would hate for it to happen where I catch it and spread it to someone else who can't fight it off. So we'll see how it goes. If you work with kids in a daycare, in a school, and whatever, you know it's pretty hard to social distance. But anyways, today's my last day of quarantine. Go back tomorrow, and it's bittersweet, but we'll see. I have a really amazing, supportive boss who always listens to me, and I don't mean like that in like a weird submissive way, but she always like hears my concerns, and that means a lot to me. And so we'll see how things have changed since the Safer at Home initiative. We'll see how things have changed since we've been short-staffed, and hopefully do whatever's best. In other news, this morning I was researching properties in Santa Fe. I have been searching for probably over a month for apartments and such, and I've been connected with a realtor. Today I signed up to connect with another realtor only because the rent is so much higher than the average wage, and I'm like, why would I spend $1,200 on a crappy one bedroom if I could spend that monthly on like a condo or something else? Mind you, I can't afford either of those prices, no matter what it supports. It's definitely more expensive than I've expected, and it does give me a lot of anxiety on certain days when I'm overwhelmed thinking about it. Lately, the cheapest apartment I can find in Santa Fe, New Mexico is $800 for 200 square feet. 200. Like the bed's in a freaking closet and folds out. That's insane. I pay far less than that for 2 bedrooms and a beautiful sized kitchen, which is what's most important to me. I don't mind downsizing if we have to. I'm following my dream, but that's pretty extreme, and so it's been a little nerve-wracking, but we're really working through it. I've heard from a few people. I signed up for a couple of community groups in Santa Fe on Facebook, and half of them are like, just keep looking, it'll happen, don't worry, just keep looking. But the other half like laughed at me and were like, yeah, right, good luck in your dreams. And so that was kind of discouraging, but you know what? I have just been really in tune with my mindset of just knowing that, like, if I want this, this is what I'm gonna get because I deserve it and I put up the right energy, you know? And I think when you're a good person and you put out the right energy and you work your butt off, it's not just all about idealization. It's like you work your butt off to get there. It's worth it. So we're going to keep putting out the good vibes and hoping for a cute little adobe place for less than $900 and get great jobs and really rock it out when we move. I'm really excited. Steven's really excited. We can't wait to see the mountains and see the difference in how cloudy it is here and sunny it is there. And you know, for me, it's like the art nerd of me that can't wait to see the contrast in color from the adobe houses and the cacti and things like that. So really pumped. It's not deterring me from doing my, like, following my dreams. It's just something to be cautious of. And there's an amazing podcast I listened to by Cassie Parks and Ginny Gaines, and it's about the law of attraction and manifesting. And they were saying, like, when you stop following that path, there's going to be roadblocks or whatever that tries to deter you from getting there, but it's because, you know, it's you proving that you're going to make it past those. Like, don't listen to those, work past them, keep striving for what you really do want. And so I'm working on that, and I'm really excited. And that's something I haven't really shared with a lot of people. Like, I really am working on the law of attraction and manifesting, and, like, I don't think necessarily everybody believes in that, but a lot of people, I think, do it without knowing it. You know, I've known a lot of negative people who don't live the lives they want to because they put out negative energy. I also know people who I feel are destined for greatness because that's all they believe in, right? Like, they just know that no matter what, things are going to be great, and it works out great. So that's something definitely that's been in my interest and that I've been working on. So I've been working on journaling and positive affirmations and vision boards and listening to these wonderful podcasts. While again, still working my butt off. Like, I've always been a believer in working to where you want to get. At the least, I've only ever worked 2 jobs. I have worked up to 4 jobs at a time, so I know what it's like to work your butt off to get to where you want to be, to make ends meet, to live in an apartment, whatever. My first apartment was like the size of a studio, but happened to have a bedroom. But I knew that I wanted that. I knew I wanted that independence. So I was working 4 jobs to get there. And even now, it's slow in the winter season, and especially during quarantine season, pandemic season. Hopefully it's not an actual season. Then I'm still working for a face painting company. I'm also advertising myself as a face painter. I'm working my full-time job, and I am working for a local youth arts organization called Artists Working in Education here in Milwaukee as a special events lead artist. So I'm working my butt off once again. And advertising myself as a face painter is very new, so I don't consider that quite a job yet. But I hope to carry that with me when I move to New Mexico. If you live here locally in Milwaukee, check out Diana Snazzy Face Painting. My God, that woman is talented. So grateful that she has taken me under her wing for the past year and taught me things and has allowed me to work with her. These are so good. I'm hopefully going to cut myself off after this one. We'll find out. Like I said the other day, I usually try to only eat meat once a day if I choose to. So I'm super excited that this delicious filling meal is veggie based and even vegan. Shout out to all of you who are vegetarian or vegan, for real. And no shame to any of you who are not. Live your own lifestyle. Don't feel pressured by other people, but do what feels right to you. I am gonna conclude this video with my last half a little egg roll wonton wrap. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everyone supporting me, and I hope that this can continue to be a wonderful journey together. Bye guys.